Beloved family, God sees your pain, hears your prayers, and has not forgotten you. Right now, open your heart as we enter a powerful moment of healing and restoration through Psalm 100. Let us come before the Lord with faith and thanksgiving. I declare that as I lift a mighty shout of thanksgiving unto the Lord, according to Psalm 100, every sickness, every disease, every hidden infirmity, and every power of weakness operating in my body is violently shaken, uprooted, and expelled by the force of divine praise. And my organs, my blood, my bones, and my cells now come into perfect alignment with God's healing power flowing through me. I declare that the sound breaking down sickness and restoring everything the enemy tried to damage, corrupt, or destroy in my health. I declare that as I shout unto the Lord with a grateful heart, divine life is being injected into my bloodstream, causing my immune system to rise with strength, my organs to function with perfection, and every weakness to be replaced by supernatural vitality that cannot be attacked or reversed. I declare that my thanksgiving becomes a spiritual weapon that strikes every disease, every chronic condition, and every medical limitation, forcing them to bow, collapse, and permanently leave my body as God's healing glory fills me. From the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, I declare that every spirit of infirmity, pain, and affliction hears the voice of my praise and flees in terror, because the joy of the Lord is now flowing through my nervous system, calming my body, repairing my organs, and restoring divine balance in every part of my physical being. I declare that as Psalm 100 flows from my mouth, divine light is scanning my body, exposing hidden sicknesses, erasing genetic weaknesses, correcting abnormal cells, and rebuilding damaged tissues so that my body begins to function exactly as God originally designed it. I declare that the shout of thanksgiving rising from my spirit is releasing waves of healing that wash through my bones, my muscles, my heart, and my brain, breaking every pattern of pain, fatigue, and disease, and replacing them with strength, peace, and supernatural life. I declare that no sickness, no virus, no inflammation, and no medical diagnosis can survive the atmosphere of praise and gratitude that surrounds me now, because God's healing presence is saturating my entire being and forcing every negative condition to disappear. I declare that my body is responding to the voice of thanksgiving by realigning itself with divine order, divine health, and divine strength. And every cell in me is being reprogrammed to produce life, healing, and restoration without limitation. I declare that through the power of Psalm 100, my shout of praise has unlocked a supernatural flow of healing and miracles in my body. And from this moment forward, I walk in wholeness, strength, and divine health that no sickness, pain, or affliction can ever steal again. I declare that as I serve the Lord with gladness, according to Psalm 100, a supernatural joy is released into my body that flows through my blood, my nerves, my organs, and my bones, washing away every sickness, every pain, and every trace of weakness, and establishing divine strength, divine peace, and divine health in every part of my physical being. I declare that the joy of the Lord rises within me like a healing river, flushing out toxins, dissolving inflammation, correcting every abnormality, and restoring perfect balance to my immune system, my heart, my lungs, my digestive system, and every internal organ that God created to function in wholeness. I declare that gladness from heaven replaces stress, fear, trauma, and emotional wounds that once weakened my body, and as divine joy fills my mind and my emotions, my physical body responds by repairing damaged cells, restoring broken systems, and renewing strength where fatigue once ruled. I declare that the joy of the Lord now becomes a shield around my health, blocking every spirit of sickness, every affliction, and every negative pattern that once tried to attack my body. And I stand protected, strengthened, and preserved by divine gladness. I declare that as I rejoice before the Lord, my nervous system is being calmed, my blood pressure is being regulated, my heartbeat is being stabilized, and every area of my body that was affected by anxiety and stress is now being healed by the peace and joy of God. I declare that heaviness, sadness, grief, and depression no longer have power over my body, because the joy of the Lord is flooding my soul and releasing healing into my brain, my hormones, my emotions, and every system that once carried pain. I declare that divine gladness is now repairing what sorrow damaged, restoring what emotional wounds weakened, and strengthening what stress tried to break, so that my body rises into full health, full vitality, and full divine alignment. I declare that joy from heaven is rebuilding my organs, reviving my cells, renewing my energy, and driving out every trace of sickness, weariness, and limitation from my physical structure. I declare that every disease hiding behind emotional pain is exposed and removed as gladness fills my heart, my mind, and my body with supernatural healing power. I declare that by serving the Lord with gladness, I now walk in a continuous flow of divine healing, supernatural strength, and miracle-working power that keeps my body whole, restored, and protected every day of my life. I declare that as I enter into the presence of the Lord with thanksgiving and praise, every sickness, every disease, every hidden affliction, and every power of infirmity is forced to leave my body immediately, because the healing glory of God now fills my entire being from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. I declare that the presence of God surrounds me like a shield of divine light, penetrating my organs, my blood, my nerves, and my bones, destroying every infection, every inflammation, and every abnormal condition that has tried to remain in my body. I declare that tumors, cysts, growths, and every form of physical abnormality melt away in the atmosphere of God's presence, as divine power rewrites my health and restores my body to its perfect original design. I declare that divine light from heaven is scanning my entire body, locating every hidden sickness, every damaged cell, and every weakness, and instantly correcting, repairing, and restoring them by supernatural healing power. I declare that no illness can hide in God's presence, no disease can remain undetected, and no pain can resist the healing force that now flows through my body as I stand before the Lord. I declare that my spine, joints, my muscles, and my nerves are being realigned by divine power, causing mobility, flexibility, and strength to return where pain and stiffness once ruled. I declare that every organ in my body is being touched by the hand of God, causing my heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, stomach, and every internal system to function with supernatural precision and strength. I declare that the presence of God is reprogramming my DNA, correcting genetic weaknesses, breaking inherited diseases, and establishing divine health at the deepest level of my physical being. I declare that sickness cannot survive where God's glory dwells. And as His presence fills me now, every form of pain, disease, and weakness is driven out permanently. I declare that complete, total, and irreversible healing is saturating my body right now as I stand in the powerful, miracle-working presence of the Lord. I declare that the Lord Himself is stretching forth His healing hands over my body right now, releasing divine power into my blood, my organs, my bones, and my cells, causing every sickness, every disease, and every hidden affliction to be driven out and replaced with supernatural strength and divine health. I declare that God's healing power is moving through every system of my body, repairing damaged tissues, restoring weakened organs, correcting every imbalance, and causing everything that was not functioning properly to return to perfect divine order. I declare that divine healing is flowing through my veins like a river of life, cleansing my blood, strengthening my heart, opening my lungs, and delivering every part of my body from the grip of pain, fatigue, and sickness. I declare that the power of God is touching my DNA and my genetic structure, breaking inherited diseases, removing long-standing conditions, and rewriting my physical body according to heaven's perfect design for wholeness and strength. I declare that every weakness in my body is being replaced by divine strength. Every tired cell is being recharged with supernatural energy, and every area that was failing is now being revived by the life-giving power of God. I declare that pain, discomfort, inflammation, and chronic conditions are losing their hold on my body as the peace and healing presence of the Lord now takes over every nerve, every joint, and every internal system. I declare that what was once labeled incurable, impossible, or permanent is now being reversed by the miracle-working power of God that is actively restoring my health right now. I declare that my body is responding to the voice and touch of the Lord, realigning itself with divine health, divine balance, and divine strength as every cell begins to function in perfect harmony. I declare that every medical limitation, every negative diagnosis, and every cycle of sickness is being completely erased by God's healing authority over my life. I declare that nothing is impossible for my healing, and by the power of the Lord, my body is now established in complete, total, and permanent wholeness. I declare that my body was created by God for perfect health, divine strength, and complete wholeness, and every sickness, every weakness, and every abnormal condition that has tried to live in me is now uprooted and removed by the authority of heaven. I declare that every cell in my body remembers God's original design for life, order, and strength, and now responds to divine power by rejecting disease, resisting decay, and restoring itself to perfect function. I declare that damaged tissues, broken systems, and weakened organs are now being rebuilt by the supernatural hand of God, causing what was once failing to rise again in strength and vitality. I declare that every organ in my body is receiving divine, causing my heart, my lungs, my liver, my kidneys, my brain, and every internal system to function with precision, balance, and power. I declare that my blood is being purified, cleansed, and strengthened, flushing out toxins, infections, and harmful substances, and carrying healing, oxygen, and divine life to every part of my body. I declare that inflammation, swelling, and pain are being driven out of my body, and every area that was once irritated, damaged, or distressed is now being calmed and restored by God's healing peace. I declare that my hormones, my metabolism, and my internal chemistry are being balanced by divine wisdom, causing my body to operate in harmony and stability according to God's perfect design. I declare that my immune system is rising with supernatural strength, identifying and destroying every sickness, virus, and disease that dares to enter my body. I declare that no sickness, no affliction, and no inherited condition has any legal right to remain in my body, because I am now covered and sustained by divine health. I declare that wholeness, strength, and supernatural vitality are now permanently established in my body by the power of Psalm 100 and the goodness of the Lord. I declare that as I lift continual thanksgiving unto the Lord, supernatural miracle power is released into my body, breaking every limitation, dissolving every sickness, and accelerating divine healing in my blood, my organs, and my entire physical structure. I declare that every word of gratitude I speak draws healing from heaven, causing damaged cells to regenerate, weak organs to be restored, and every hidden illness to be uprooted by the authority of divine praise. I declare that thanksgiving opens heavenly channels over my life, allowing streams of divine life, divine power, and divine restoration to flow freely into every area of my body that needs healing. I declare that as I thank the Lord, every delay, every blockage, and every resistance to my healing is removed, and my body now receives miracle-working power without limitation. I declare that gratitude strengthens my immune system, energizes my cells, and awakens divine healing processes inside me that push sickness out and establish lasting wholeness. I declare that my praise and thanksgiving are activating rapid recovery, instant restoration, and supernatural turnaround in every area of my physical health. I declare that every disease assigned to resist my healing is being overwhelmed and destroyed by the power of thanksgiving rising from my spirit. I declare that miracle power is now flowing through my spine, my nerves, my joints, and my organs, correcting damage, removing pain, and restoring full function. I declare that divine restoration is accelerating in my body, causing visible and permanent changes as sickness is replaced by strength and vitality. I declare that through the power of Psalm 100 and continual thanksgiving, my body is now walking in complete, supernatural, and unstoppable healing. I declare that the goodness of the Lord is flowing into my body like a river of life, washing through my blood, my organs, my bones, and my cells, driving out every sickness, every pain, and every weakness, and replacing them with divine strength, divine vitality, and supernatural health. I declare that God's goodness is now touching every area of my physical being, correcting every imbalance, restoring every damaged system, and causing every part of my body to function in perfect harmony with His divine design for wholeness. I declare that the goodness of the Lord is breaking every cycle of sickness, every pattern of infirmity, and every long-standing condition that has tried to remain in my body, and divine health is now taking permanent residence within me. I declare that the kindness and mercy of God are flooding my organs, my tissues, and my nerves, softening what was stiff, healing what was wounded, and restoring what was weak, so that my body is now operating in divine peace and strength. I declare that every place where pain once lived is now being filled with God's goodness, pushing out discomfort, inflammation, and distress, and replacing them with comfort, stability, and supernatural healing. I declare that divine goodness is rebuilding what sickness damaged, reviving what disease weakened, and restoring what affliction tried to destroy, so that my body rises into complete health and vitality. I declare that God's goodness is flowing through my bloodstream, strengthening my immune system, energizing my cells, and empowering my body to resist and overcome every form of sickness. I declare that the goodness of the Lord is renewing my mind, my emotions, and my physical body, causing stress, fear, and emotional pain to lose their grip, and allowing healing to flow freely through me. I declare that divine goodness is sealing my healing, protecting my health, and preserving my body from every future attack of sickness or disease. I declare that because the Lord is good and His mercy endures forever, my body now abides in complete, supernatural, and permanent wholeness. I declare that the mercy of the Lord is now pouring over my body like a healing river, washing through my blood, my organs, my bones, and my cells, dissolving every sickness, every pain, and every trace of infirmity, and restoring divine strength and wholeness throughout my entire physical being. I declare that God's mercy is reaching into every damaged area of my body, repairing what was broken, reviving what was weak, and restoring what disease tried to destroy, so that my body now rises into full health and supernatural vitality. I declare that the mercy of God is cleansing my bloodstream, purifying my organs, and flushing out toxins, infections, and harmful substances, replacing them with divine life and healing power. I declare that every place where pain, inflammation, and distress once lived is now being flooded with the gentle yet powerful mercy of the Lord, causing comfort, peace, and healing to take over completely. I declare that God's mercy is touching my nervous system, calming every anxious signal, restoring every damaged nerve, and releasing deep healing into my brain, my spine, and every part of my body that carries stress or trauma. I declare that the mercy of the Lord is breaking every long-standing illness, every chronic condition, and every inherited sickness, and replacing them with divine health that flows without resistance. I declare that God's mercy is rebuilding my organs, strengthening my immune system, and energizing every cell so that my body stands strong, protected, and restored. I declare that the mercy of the Lord is sealing my healing, protecting my body from relapse, and preserving my health by divine authority. I declare that because His mercy endures forever, my body is sustained by continual healing, continual strength, and continual divine life. I declare that by the mercy of the Lord, my body is now fully restored, fully healed, and permanently established in supernatural wholeness. I declare that the healing released into my body by the power of Psalm 100 is permanent, unbreakable, and irreversible, causing every sickness, every disease, and every affliction to lose its hold and never return again. I declare that every system of my body is now stabilized by divine power, so that my organs, my blood, my nerves, and my bones function with supernatural strength, balance, and perfect order. I declare that my immune system is fortified by heaven, rising with supernatural authority to identify, attack, and destroy every virus, infection, and sickness that tries to approach my body. I declare that my organs are operating in divine harmony, with my heart beating in perfect rhythm, my lungs breathing with strength, and every internal system flowing with life and vitality. I declare my blood is carrying healing, oxygen, and divine energy to every cell, flushing out toxins, removing impurities, and maintaining perfect health throughout my body. I declare that my nerves are calm, strong, and healed, so that no stress, no trauma, and no pain can disturb the peace and stability that now reigns within my physical body. I declare that my mind is refreshed, my emotions are healed, and my thoughts are aligned with divine peace, allowing my body to respond with strength, rest, and complete restoration. I declare that every weakness, every fatigue, and every trace of exhaustion is being replaced with supernatural energy and divine vitality that flows through me day and night. I declare that my future is secured in divine health, divine protection, and divine wholeness, and no sickness, disease, or affliction shall be able to claim my body. I declare that everlasting healing now abides in me, and I walk in complete, supernatural, and unstoppable health all the days of my life. I declare that miracles are flowing through my body by the power of Psalm 100, and divine healing energy is moving through my blood, my organs, my nerves, and my bones, causing every condition, every sickness, and every limitation to collapse and give way to supernatural restoration. I declare that divine power is actively working inside me right now, repairing damaged tissues, restoring weakened organs, and correcting every imbalance so that my entire physical body begins to function in perfect divine order. I declare that my body is changing under the influence of heaven, as pain is replaced with peace, weakness is replaced with strength, and sickness is replaced with divine life. I declare that healing is becoming visible in my body as swelling, inflammation, and discomfort disappear and are replaced with comfort, stability, and supernatural health. I declare that every trace of pain is now leaving my body, every area of distress is being calmed, and every damaged system is being restored by the miracle-working power of God. I declare that divine life is saturating my organs, reviving my cells, and energizing my entire physical structure, so that I rise into full strength and vitality. I declare that my health is being rewritten by heaven, and no sickness, disease, or affliction can resist the power now flowing through me. I declare that restoration is happening now in my spine, my joints, my nerves, and my organs, causing full function and freedom to return. I declare that divine power is completing every healing that has begun, leaving nothing unfinished and nothing broken in my body. I declare that I now stand in the full manifestation of healing, strength, and supernatural wholeness. I declare that As I continue to pour out thanksgiving before the Lord, divine sealing power is released over my body, locking in every miracle, preserving every healing, and preventing every sickness, every relapse, and every negative condition from ever returning to my life. I declare that gratitude establishes a hedge of divine protection around my health, so that no disease, no virus, no infection, and no affliction can penetrate the atmosphere of healing that now surrounds my physical body. I declare that every healing already released into my blood, my organs, my bones, and my nerves, is now being strengthened, stabilized, and multiplied by the power of continual thanksgiving flowing from my spirit. I declare that the glory of God now rests upon my body, maintaining perfect balance, perfect order, and perfect health, and causing every system within me to function according to heaven's design. I declare that my immune system, my nervous system, my digestive system, and every internal organ is now preserved by divine power, so that no hidden sickness, no delayed symptom, and no unseen condition can take root in my body. I declare that divine gratitude activates continual repair inside me, so that even as I sleep, rest, and move, my body is being renewed, restored, and strengthened by supernatural healing power. I declare that every cell in my body is being covered by God's healing presence, making my entire physical structure resistant to sickness and fully aligned with divine life. I declare that my healing is now guarded by heaven, protected by God's mercy, and secured by divine authority, so that no force of darkness can interfere with what the Lord has completed in my body. I declare that thanksgiving keeps the flow of divine life open within me, allowing continual strength, continual healing, and continual renewal to saturate my body without interruption. I declare that by the power of Psalm 100 and the goodness of the Lord, my body now stands sealed, protected, restored, and permanently established in supernatural wholeness and divine health. I declare that as my praise rises continually before the Lord, a supernatural current of divine life flows through my body, sustaining every healing, strengthening every organ, and keeping every system of my physical being aligned with perfect health. I declare that the atmosphere of praise surrounding me now is preserving my body from sickness, protecting my organs from weakness, and maintaining divine balance in my blood, my nerves, and my bones. I declare that thanksgiving is feeding my cells with divine energy, causing them to multiply in strength, regenerate in health, and resist every form of decay, disease, and deterioration. I declare that the power of praise is refreshing my brain, calming my nervous system, and releasing peace and healing into every part of my physical structure. I declare that my heart beats in divine rhythm, my lungs breathe with supernatural ease, and my blood flows with healing power, because continual praise keeps my body in perfect harmony with heaven. I declare that every area of my body that once experienced weakness, pain, or limitation is now being preserved, protected, and strengthened by the glory of God resting upon me. I declare that my immune system remains alert, strong, and divinely empowered, identifying and destroying every sickness before it can take root in my body. I declare that divine praise forms a shield around my health, blocking every attack of disease, every return of symptoms, and every attempt of affliction to re-enter my life. I declare that as long as my thanksgiving continues, divine healing continues to flow, renewing my strength, restoring my energy, and maintaining perfect health in every part of me. I declare that by the everlasting praise of Psalm 100, my body is now permanently sustained, divinely protected, and fully established in supernatural healing and wholeness. I declare that the faithfulness of the Lord now stands as a shield around my body, preserving every healing, protecting every organ, and ensuring that no sickness, no affliction, and no weakness. I declare that God's faithfulness is strengthening my blood, my nerves, my bones, and my internal systems, causing every part of my physical body to remain stable, balanced, and aligned with perfect health. I declare that divine faithfulness is repairing anything that still needs adjustment in my body, restoring anything that still needs renewal, and completing every healing process until my entire being reflects God's wholeness. I declare that no hidden sickness, no delayed symptom, and no unseen condition can escape the faithfulness of God that now watches over my health and keeps every part of me in divine order. I declare that my organs are being preserved by divine faithfulness, so that my heart beats with strength, my lungs breathe with freedom, and every system in my body functions without weakness or failure. I declare that God's faithfulness is sealing my immune system, making it strong, alert, and divinely empowered to recognize and destroy every threat to my health. I declare that every cell in my body is being maintained by divine faithfulness, keeping my physical structure renewed, energized, and resistant to sickness. I declare that the faithfulness of the Lord is guarding my healing day and night, ensuring that what God has restored will remain restored. I declare that no power of darkness can reverse, interrupt, or tamper with the divine health established in my body. Because God's faithfulness is my defense, I declare that by the faithfulness of the Lord, my body now abides in continuous, supernatural, and unbreakable healing. I declare that as I enter the gates of the Lord with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, a divine covering of healing surrounds my body, protecting every organ, every system, and every cell from sickness, weakness, and decay. I declare that every step I take in God's presence releases supernatural health into my blood, my nerves, and my bones, causing strength, stability, and vitality to rise within me. I declare that the atmosphere of God's courts is restoring what sickness damaged, reviving what disease weakened, and renewing what affliction tried to destroy in my physical body. I declare that divine peace now flows through my mind, my emotions, and my body, calming every nerve, regulating every system, and releasing deep and complete healing into my entire being. I declare that as I praise the Lord within his presence, my organs are being refreshed, my blood is being cleansed, and my immune system is being strengthened by supernatural power. I declare that God's glory resting upon me is driving out every trace of pain, inflammation, and weakness, replacing them with comfort, stability, and divine strength. I declare that my body is being renewed day by day in the courts of the Lord, and no sickness, no fatigue, and no affliction can resist the healing atmosphere surrounding me. I declare that divine life is flowing freely through my spine, my joints, and my muscles, restoring movement, flexibility, and strength where pain once ruled. I declare that the presence of God is sealing my healing, protecting my health, and preserving my body from every future attack of disease. I declare that by entering his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, my body now abides in complete supernatural and permanent wholeness. I declare that my life is now crowned with everlasting praise. And as thanksgiving flows continually from my spirit, divine healing remains active in my body, keeping every organ, every system, and every cell aligned with perfect health. I declare that the praise of the Lord is now a living shield around my physical body, blocking sickness, repelling disease, and preserving the healing that God has established in me. I declare that every breath I take carries divine life. Every heartbeat releases healing power, and every movement of my body is sustained by supernatural strength flowing from heaven. I declare that the joy and praise of the Lord are renewing my youth, restoring my energy, and causing my body to operate in divine vitality and perfect balance. I declare that no weakness, no pain, and no affliction can return to my body, because continual praise keeps the presence of God active within me. I declare that divine thanksgiving maintains every miracle that has been released, preserving my organs, strengthening my immune system, and protecting my health day and night. I declare that the glory of the Lord now rests upon my body, sealing my healing, stabilizing my systems and keeping me in perfect peace and wholeness. I declare that my future is secured in divine health, divine strength, and divine protection, and no sickness, disease, or affliction shall be able to claim my body. I declare that from this day forward, my life will testify of God's healing power as I walk in supernatural health, unstoppable strength, and complete restoration. I declare that through Psalm 100 and everlasting praise, my body is now permanently healed, divinely protected, and fully established in perfect wholeness for all the days of my life. Father, thank you for the healing and restoration released today. Seal every miracle and let your peace and strength remain. Stay connected with us on Divine Cleansing Secret for more powerful prayers and blessings. Amen.